Thanks, Nate, for the introduction. Thank you, Cyril, as well, for getting us off to a great start this morning. And good morning, everyone. Welcome. It is so fantastic to see such a big crowd here today. This is our first Premier's Breakfast since, I think, 2019 for K-Days. So we weren't sure if you were going to be able to hear about it and show up, and I'm glad that you did, and it's just going to get bigger and bigger each year. Today is especially meaningful because it does mark the return of this government-hosted event, but we also have another one that we're going to be doing tomorrow at the grounds, and I believe that when you come down to that, they give you free entry as well. So I hope you're able to join us there also. It is so great to have us all back together. I'm grateful as well to the incredible team at North Central Co-op for providing the amazing food. Rohit was helping me on the grill. He only let me do a couple of turns, and then he kicked me off because I wasn't doing it right, but he's a great instructor, and thank you as well to my incredible team of MLAs who were there serving you this morning, and also to all of the volunteers who are serving it up and filling us all up, as well as to, I got to give a special thanks to Cheryl. She spearheaded the chair of the committee so that we could get this started again this year, and it was no small feat to get this organized as well. We are right at the start of the 10 best days of summer in the capital region. This brings together families, communities, and visitors for one big party. K-Days has done that since before the province even existed. And that is one of the great things about Edmonton. No matter what time of year it is, a world-class festival is always right around the corner. They don't call Edmonton Festival City for nothing. It's no wonder that so many visitors decide to put down roots here. The future of our city and our province is brighter than ever, whether you're raising a family or looking for new employment or opportunities or starting a business. And our government continues to strengthen Alberta's robust economy, preserve its advantages, and secure long-term prosperity. We also work with our businesses and community leaders to create a province that is safe and welcoming for everyone. We embrace diversity, support our vulnerable, and strive to ensure that everyone has equal opportunity to succeed. The capital region and the province both have a lot going in their favor, and I hope we can translate that optimism into a record-breaking number of people who visit during K-Days. So let's get out there and show our love for Edmonton and its amazing people. I wish you all a wonderful morning and fantastic time enjoying everything K-Days has to offer, and don't be afraid to go for a second round of pancakes. Thanks for coming out today.
Your things, so Nicole will go to you first, and then we'll go to Matt.
Good morning, Premier. Hi. Your reaction to what happened to Premier Houston, and are you worried that the same thing could happen to you?
Well, I think that was it's extraordinary, really, to see that level of violence, and I think he handled himself very well. I'm sure that it was an alarming experience. I was glad to see that he's not letting it get him down, and is going to continue back out on the road. But his point is the right one. We have to engage in protest in a peaceful way and in a respectful way. And
And your reaction to New York banning AI data centers for a year, are you confident that Alberta is doing the right thing?
We took 2 years to make sure that we got the policy right, to work with the proponent to find electrification, to address areas of local concern, ensure that it was on industrial land, make sure it was impacts the power grid, make sure that it had an appropriate amount of water use. So those are the things that we've heard were concerns, and every data center is going to go through the same rigorous process, because we want to make sure that our lens is that it's going to be good for Alberta, and it's going to be good for Alberta taxpayers. This data center is 100% paid for by the private sector. It helps to support all of the users who use Facebook and Instagram and Messenger and some of the other services that Meta has to offer. And it also will generate $250 million in taxes, 3,000 jobs in construction, 300 permanent jobs. So we think that they got the balance right.
Thank you. We'll go to Matt.
Morning, Premier. How would you say the rollout of the $100 Alberta energy rebate has been going?
Well, in fact, I was looking into it, and we've had, I think, close to 800,000 people who've been able to sign up for it. There were some issues around validation because finance wanted to make sure that we had additional fraud protection measures on there. Some of it made it difficult for some people to access it, so we're looking at some ways to be able to streamline that, to make it easier for us to validate income without creating additional barriers. But at this same time, under a similar program, the affordability payments, we actually had more people who signed up to receive it than we did at about the same amount of time last time. So I think it's, they have until September to be able to apply for it, and I'll be able to tell you a little bit more about the uptake once we come to the end of it.
Okay, and we look at this program again, I think it's in the fall, October, roundabouts there. Like, are we going to stick with this $100 rebate there? Are we going to go back to
We'll
cutting
see.
the tax?
I mean, I think that it demonstrated why the program as it was designed was a bit flawed, because the decrease would have come in at a time when prices were already coming down as a result of what was happening internationally. And we felt when we heard the first time we put the program in place, people just felt like they weren't getting it to flow through to them, because the variation at gas stations can be as much as 26 cents. And so we wanted to make sure people knew that they were getting the rebate on the dollars that they spent. So we'll take feedback, but we have to see sustained high prices of $90 for the month that we look at to be able to qualify for that. And last I checked, I think they were only around 80. So, but that can change. But we'll be monitoring it. We'll make a decision once we get through this next quarter.
Thank you. We'll go to Will. Can I see another show of hands? And then yeah, we go Will, then Darcy.
Hi, Premier. Thanks. Will Vassar with the Western Standard. You've been using the pipeline as a major sales pitch for helping show Albertans that Alberta can work within Canada. We're now a couple weeks removed from you submitting the proposal for the Major Projects Office. What do you feel like the reception has been from Albertans, and has it been as effective as you were thinking it was going to be in helping show Albertans that, hey, we can move forward with this?
I think a couple of things. Not only the announcement of that pipeline, announcing a partnership with Ontario, the Pacific Eastern Pipeline, as well as the pipeline that's going to take natural gas to Sturgeon County for the Meta project. I think that those things in combination have demonstrated that the environment that we're now in for investing in traditional oil and gas is 180 degrees different than it was 18 months ago. And that's what we're trying to show, is that we knew that the federal government had to meet us partway in undoing some of those bad laws. And I think the fact that we're seeing those kinds of announcements demonstrates that it is a genuine departure from the bad laws of the past. We'll know more about the pipeline October 1st, which is when we expect to get the interim approval, and then September 2027 is when we get final approval and able to build. So I think that we still have a few more months to go through that process, but I think I'm getting more encouraged over it.
Report came out about 80% of the job growth in Canada has come from Alberta in the last year. Your reaction to that, and kind of what that shows to individuals who are saying that the referendum is scaring away businesses and job growth?
Well, Alberta has a very powerful job-creating environment, and that isn't by accident, because it wasn't the case before we came in. We have the lowest corporate income taxes, we gave a personal income tax cut, no sales tax, no payroll tax, no healthcare tax. These are things that businesses look at when they're looking to cite their businesses. We also have an affordable cost of living. I think 6 of the 10 most affordable housing markets in the country are in Alberta. We also have a lower cost of living as well, because we've got higher wages and more take-home pay. So all of those things are effective, and I'm glad to see that the private sector continues to create jobs.
Some of the energy rebate, I think just hearing some chatter that some of the first folks to sign up for it still haven't gotten their money. Just any concerns about that and the actual rollout of it?
The plan was to sign up and then have it, because we do, I think, batch refunds, and so I think the intention was to have them out to people within 2 weeks of signing up. So we only launched it July 2nd, so I think we'd expect to see it in the next few days.
Just on the switching topics here, but your reaction to the CMA wanting to look at clawbacks for
and we are going to make sure that those who are participating in both the public and the private system continue to deliver the same services that we do in the public system. I think the thing to remember is there's a lot of doctors who are actually rationed, who only get 1 or 2 days of operating time a month. And if we're going to keep our doctors here, we're going to switch that. We're going to say, okay, we're going to do, if you're already doing 2 days a month with us, keep doing that, but then the rest of the time you can see our patients. And so we want to make sure that people are still protected, that no one has to pay out of pocket for medically necessary care. Some people can choose to take themselves off the waiting list by choosing to go that private route. But we believe that we've got a model that works in Europe and is going to improve our patient outcomes. That's the main thing, is we don't want patients having to fly all over the world because they're frustrated with not being able to get a knee or replacement or some other type of surgery. We hear those stories. We want them to be able to get those surgeries.
We have time for 2 more. We'll come here and then we'll come back down.
A lot of talk about international business right now, like pipelines and data centers. How's the government thinking about focusing focusing on things like festivals and more internal?
Well, I can say that we're doing both. I mean, we know that we have to attract large amounts of investment because there's a lot of spin-off jobs that are associated with that, and also the revenues associated with that. But people come to Alberta not just for a great job, they also come for a great quality of life. And so it's why I established two ministries, the Arts, Culture, Aesthetics, and Women Ministry, as well as Tourism and Sport, to make sure that those two areas have the attention that they deserve. A lot of sport drives tourism. We want to double our tourism economy. Tourism is also doing the new resort strategies, so that we have more places to go in the mountains, so that they can enjoy that as well. And then arts and culture. If you look at all of the support that Minister Burr gives for festivals, things like that's again is because we know people they come for the job, but they stay because it's interesting things. So we think we can do that.
And then we'll go to Jack for a last question.
Calgary Shaw by-election, are we going to call that, or are you going to leave the seat empty until October next year?
Can't. I mean, I have to call it within 6 months of vacancy, and so we're just making some final determination on that. In the middle of summer, people probably aren't paying that much attention to politics, so we probably want to call it closer to when people are returning to normal, but you'll see an announcement in a couple weeks.
And then with online gambling launching on Monday, are you going to gamble yourself? Are you betting on sports? You hitting online casinos?
I hate losing money. I think I tried to, I think from time to time, I'll buy a lottery ticket. That's kind of the extent of it. I know some people really enjoy the thrill of making a wager, and that's what we want to be able to have. The people who are enjoying it recreationally are able to make to be able to do that legally in a regulated market. Before, most of that was taking place on an unregulated market, and the advantage of the number of companies that are now willing to participate here with our rules is that we have exclusionary policies, so that if somebody wants to self-exclude from gambling because they have a problem with it, it goes across all of our platforms. We saw from Ontario that was one of the things they did after the fact, and we decided to launch it at the same time, so we can make sure people are able to enjoy themselves, but also that those who might have a problem, that they can get the help they need.
Thank you. That's all the time we have for questions.